We got a lot of content to cover today, hence let's not waste any more time and go straight into part 2 of Kazekage Rescue Mission. So without further ado, smash my intro. Nenji used his Byakugan to see what is inside the tunnel. Gaara was nowhere to be found, but he saw a glimpse of the demonic statue. Guy attempts to break the stone with brute force, but it was no use as the tunnel was protected by Gufu Kekkai, a special seal technique that requires all 5 tags to be ripped off simultaneously. Hence, Nenji used his Byakugan to identify the location, and Team Guy headed off towards the place while using headless earphones to communicate. Most of the Akatsuki members have left the tunnel with only DEIDARA and Sasori behind. The leader has instructed them to capture the Nine-Tailed alive. Team Guy has finally arrived at the location and all 5 tags were torn off simultaneously. Then Sakura used her chakra to blast the rock away. The Kazekage rescue team rushed inside and discovered the Akatsuki duo with DEIDARA sitting on Gaara's dead body. This enraged Naruto and his anger caused the Nine-Tailed chakra to leak out of his body. At the same time, the trap of Gufu Kekkai has been activated. Team Guy now has to face an enemy that is a mirror image of themselves. Due to Kyomon Shota no Jutsu from 5 seal barriers, Team Guy now has to face a clone that is mirror of themselves with the exact same weapon, move and technique. The battle broke out and all 4 members of Team Guy are struggling to go against their own self. Naruto instantly rushed towards DEIDARA with Kakashi following closely behind, and the female duo are staying in the tunnel to deal with Sasori. Lady CHIYO managed to use a kunai to reveal Sasori's hidden weapon under the coat. The Akatsuki has activated his puppet Hiroko to battle Lady CHIYO. Naruto's anger and rage over Gaara's death has puzzled DEIDARA, as from his past experience, no one came to rescue captured Jinjulik, and in fact, residents of the village are often quite relieved when they discover the death of the Jinjuliku. Back to the tunnel, Lady CHIYO explained to Sakura that the current Sasori is not himself. In fact, it is a puppet called Hiroko, and he's controlling within it. She further explained that Sasori was once a puppet genius in the Sunagakuen, but he slowly went down the wrong path as he started to turn human corpses into puppets, and the current puppet Hiroko was in fact a human enemy. Sakura then found out that Lady CHIYO joined the rescue team is to stop Sasori. Before the battle began, Lady CHIYO has explained many secret/weapons that Hiroko has, giving them a slight edge. The clash between the Akatsuki and the 2 kunoichi has broken out. Sasori launched poison symbol at his enemy, to which the female duos easily dodged it. The assassin continued to snipe them with Hiroko's arm. The 2 continue to avoid the attack perfectly, and this impresses Sasori. Sasori launched his tail at Sakura, but it was blocked by Lady CHIYO, giving Sakura an opportunity to land a huge attack on Hiroko. Lady CHIYO has finally reunited with his grandson after 20 years. The true identity of Sasori shocked his opponent. He looks exactly the same as he does 20 years ago. Going back to the Sunagakuen, Tamari along with Kankuro and Ibisu led a squad of Suna shinobi to march towards the line of river to help the rescue team. The team were really exhausted from long distance travel, so they decided to take some rest during the recovery. During the recovery, a terrible truth of the Suna history was revealed. The 3rd Kazekage was the strongest in its position in history, but one day he was mysteriously kidnapped and his corpse was not discovered till this day. Going back to the battle, Sasori summoned one of his strongest puppets to fight the duo. He was the guy who slaughtered the 3rd Kazekage and turned him into a puppet. This shocked the Kunoichi, and Lady CHIYO is determined to make her grandson to take responsibility for his crime. The clash broke out once again. Just when Sasori is about to land a poisonous blade on Sakura, Lady CHIYO managed to control Hiroko with her thread to block the third Kazekage's attack. Sasori didn't let this opportunity slide by and shot some poisonous gas at his enemy. The chase between Naruto and DEIDARA continues. The explosive artist tries to ditch Kakashi so he can capture Naruto by himself, but despite whatever explosive techniques he uses, he can't ditch the Sharingan holder and he is running low on explosive material. Using the buzz saw from his puppet to continue the battle. Right now, the war is on favor of the rescue team, leaving Sasori with no chance. He activated the third Kazekage's Keki Genkai, Iron Sun. The Iron Sun was an extremely dangerous technique. Sasori launched it at his opponent. Lady CHIYO managed to shield them off and Sakura was saved by Mother Puppet pushing her out of the way. The Iron Sun soon creeped into Father Puppet, making it useless. The Puppet Master used it the same technique again, but the result remained the same, for Mother Puppet protected Sakura, while Lady CHIYO used it her own chakra shield, her own prosthetic arm. Sasori is impressed by her rigging and changing her that Sasori has changed it and rigged his body for puppet purpose. A flashback occurred. We learned that Sasori's parents were killed by the White Fang, and it was Lady CHIYO who raised him up while teaching him puppet technique. Soon Sasori has created a father and mother puppet to mimic the parental love he lacks. Going back to the present time, the Akatsuki assassin used it Satetsu Kyoshu to attack the rescue team. Movements. Clone. We came to the conclusion about his eternal youth to a warfare puppet. Meanwhile, Naruto and Kakashi continue to hunt DEIDARA down. various ninja water steam proved too much for Lady CHIYO and Sakura to handle. Sasori continued his onslaught. He launched a poison rope against Sakura while attacking Lady CHIYO. But before he could reach Lady CHIYO, Sakura pulled the rope and sent him flying towards her. The student of the legendary Sannin used most of his chakra to land a devastating attack on Sasori. Sending his core out of the puppet, the Kunoichi thought the battle was over now, but little did they know Sasori managed to reinsert his core and continue the fight. Upon understanding the situation, Lady CHIYO decided to use her strongest move, White Secret Technique Chiki Chikamatsu no Shu, 10 of the best puppet ever produced by the puppet master. Lady CHIYO is with his core, a feat that no human being can execute.
赤ひぎ百鬼の総演とくと見せた
The battle restarts. Lady CHIYO and Sakura manage to hold on to the 10 puppet attack. Both sides are performing at their maximum ability, and eventually Team Kunoichi starts to gain an upper edge, proving quality is over quantity. After a long-fought battle, Lady CHIYO and Sakura's teamwork managed to trap the assassin with sealing technique Shishi Heiko. The duo thought the battle was finally over, but little did they know Sasori managed to sneakily transform his core. The puppet master did not let this chance slide by. He dashed it towards Lady CHIYO with a poison blade. Sakura saw this and shielded the elder shinobi's torso. Sasori retracted to prepare for the next attack. Meanwhile, Lady CHIYO quickly used the antidote she found in Sakura. The rock puppet genius pulled out another blade and dashed it towards the unconscious Konoha shinobi. Lady CHIYO understood his grandson's intention and countered him. The parental blade pierced through Sasori's core and immobilized. The family has finally been united together. Lady CHIYO then used the Kisho Tensei, sacrificing some of her life to save the near-death Sakura. Their action of sacrificing their life to save each other puzzled Sasori. His grandmother blames his belief derived from the old Tsunaga-kuen's teaching. Sakura gained her strength back and landed another punch on Sasori, explaining to him that the puppet will never feel pain nor understand human emotion. As a reward for defeating him, Sasori revealed to Sakura that he has sent a spy on Orochimaru, and they're meant to meet up next week at the Tenchi Bridge in Kusugakuen. The red puppet genius soon passed away under the care of his parent. Lady CHIYO believed they would have lost the battle as Sasori knew what he was going to do, but he chose not to avoid his parent. On the other side of the battlefield, Naruto and Kakashi start to close the gap between them and DEIDARA. Kakashi has finally saved enough chakra to activate his secret weapon, Mangekyou Sharingan. Sakura and Lady CHIYO head out the cave, but poison starts to spread inside her system, causing the puppet master to suffer. Sakura wants to save her, but she has run out of antidote. She suggests to rush Lady Chiyo back to the Tsunagakuen to make another antidote, but she sensed that she still has unfinished business she needs to handle, so they headed towards Naruto and Kakashi. Going back to Team Guy, the battle between the clone and their master continues to intensify. Every move and attack defeat the clone. In the range for the Sharingan holder to activate his Mangekyou Sharingan, Kakashi uses Kamui to twist the spacer. Opponent's right arm, leaving him armless. DEIDARA decides to flee, escaping the range of Kakashi's attack. The Konoha shinobi is now exhausted from using Mangekyou Sharingan. Naruto used a combination of Shadow Attack and Rasengan to force DEIDARA out of his bird and obtain the captured Gaara back, but it was too late. The Kazekage had already passed away. This enraged Naruto. The nine-tailed Jinchuriki used the power from the tail beast to land devastating attacks on DEIDARA. The onslaught continued as Naruto smashed DEIDARA onto the ground. The AKATSUKI assassin managed to use body replacement technique to get out of the fatal attack, but this only angers the Jinchuriki further. The rage triggers the Scarlet Demonic Fox Chakra out of Naruto and transforms him into the first tail form. The first tail form of Naruto worries Kakashi, and he starts to recall Jiraiya's advice, shutting Naruto down before he reaches the second tail with Seal Technique. The Jinchuriki soon loses control and start to advance into the second form. Kakashi had no choice but to use the Seal Technique on Naruto's forehead to shut him down. By the time Naruto calmed down, the female duo joined them. DEIDARA tried to escape in the meantime, but only to be ambushed by Team Guy. Nenji uses Hake Kusho to blast DEIDARA away. The Clay Explode artist decided to clear everyone out with a single destruction. He ate the clay from his giant bird and activated Jibaku Bosen. Kakashi saw the situation and he used the Kamui to send the explosion into another dimension. He then collapsed onto the floor due to the lack of chakra. Naruto begged Sakura to save Gaara, but despite whatever Sakura attempted to use on Gaara, nothing seems to be working. Naruto is now crying with sorrow as he failed to save his friend once again. His speech moved Lady Chiyo and she wants to do something to help Gaara as she was the one who sealed the first tail inside him. As the ninjas proceed, Lady Chiyo told Naruto he will one day become a really unique Hokage that has the power to connect with anyone. She also reminds Sakura that she will one day surpass the legendary Sannin Tsunade. She hopes the two villages can continue to get better and she is very guilty of what she has done in the past. She hopes Naruto and Gaara can change the world she has been in and bring a better future for the upcoming generation. Gaara's soul slowly returned to his body and he witnessed a young Naruto helping his younger self out. The Kazekage finally woke up.
Naruto.
Everyone was ecstatic to see his return. Everyone is crying with tears of joy. Kankuro and everyone thank Naruto for saving Kazekage. Lady Chiyo has fulfilled her last mission and passed away. Sakura and Ebisu start to grieve, but at least she has passed away with peace. Gaara, along with everyone present at the place, thanked her and grieved over Lady CHIYO's death. DEIDARA climbs out of the hole on the ground and somehow he has survived his suicide attack. Zetsu and an Akatsuki wannabe, Tobi, have arrived at the location to look for Sasori. They find his body and took the Akatsuki ring back from the puppet master. Tobi and Zetsu have reunited with DEIDARA and find out that he has failed the mission of capturing Naruto. Tobi starts to mock the armless DEIDARA only to be ended up in a headlock. Gaara, along with the rescue team and the Suna army, has finally returned to the village and every citizen is overwhelmed with happiness. The rescue team have decided to go back to the Konoha village as soon as possible as they need to report this incident, but they have decided to pay respect to Lady CHIYO before returning home. Back at Konoha, a secret leader from the Ambo unit has instructed one of the elite Ambo to join Team Kakashi and keep an eye on Uzumaki Naruto. His name is Sai. And that concludes the first arc of Naruto Shippuden Saga. Personally, I enjoyed this arc a lot. It felt really fresh and it is nice to see the 3-year transformation amongst the character. The best character for this arc is, I can't believe I'm gonna say this, Sakura Haruno. I'm not gonna act like I'm not a Sakura hater since day one, but I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. She absolutely smashed it this arc. She saved Kankuro with her amazing medic technique, and she has teamed up with Lady CHIYO to beat the Akatsuki member Sasori, which is really impressive. Overall, I would say this arc is a solid 7.5 out of 10. Great start to the Shippuden series. I can't wait to see you weebs in the next episode. You weebs stay safe and stay blessed. I'm out. Peace.